19,000 views in 30 minutes. Soon as I turned on the YouTube TV, there it was. DeeGees Shadow Dancing. Another entry in their catalog as the DeeGees skyrocket to fame. This is coming off the heels of You Should Be Dancing, which was released just 2 weeks ago and has already received almost 3 million views. We've got the same live performance esque music video that we got the last time. However, there is one big difference in this, and that is that our drummer, our singing drummer, not Dave Grohl, not Taylor Hawkins on drums and vocals on this one. Dave Grohl does pick up some background vocals and kind of does dual lead vocals on some very, very small parts. My biggest thing that I'm just really loving, and this is not about this video in particular, but just Foo Fighters in general, blue guitars. I spend my money on blue guitar. Now, I haven't been able to find the information on these backup singers, but they're really not backup singers. The DeeGees, I think, are a 9-piece band, essentially, for all intents and purposes, and I absolutely love it. Dave Grohl is doing an excellent job with this groovy background vocals and guitar on this one. Love that blue guitar. Gotta get me one of those. Nate and Pat and Taylor and Chris and Rami, they just all, is that how you say it? Rami? Ray. And much like the first track that we got from this, I feel like any of these disco tracks could easily fit onto Medicine at Midnight or Concrete and Gold and sound pretty darn good beside those tracks. I'm a huge fan of Concrete and Gold, a little bit more so than Medicine at Midnight. I love them both. But yeah, I love some late era Foo Fighters. So real quick before I go, and you subscribe and hit the bell and all that stuff, Shadow Dancing, the original, was a hit song written by Andy Gibb in the Bee Gees, and it came out in, I believe, April of '78. It was his final, Andy Gibb's final chart-topping song. This song was written in around 10 minutes, which is insane, and has sold 2.5 million copies in the US alone. I'm going to give you guys one more quick tidbit about the song before we go. There were 16 musicians that helped round out this song in all its glory. A lot of horns, guitars, and a whole lot of gang vocals. And then the standard rock band lineup. But yeah, this song went to #1 in many, many places. In Belgium, it didn't do quite as good. It got to 22. Austria, it did 60, which is pretty terrible. And everywhere else, just everybody loved it. Canada loved it. We loved it here in the States. And we love it today by the DeeGees. Thanks, subscribe.